5 warning signs someone has bad intentions toward you. Imagine walking into a room filled with people, smiling faces, and warm greetings. Yet, something feels off. A shadow lurks beneath the surface of kindness, a subtle energy that makes you question whether everyone in that room truly has good intentions. Have you ever felt that gut feeling, that instinct whispering that someone around you doesn't mean well? If so, you're not alone. C.S. Lewis, one of the greatest Christian thinkers, once wrote, "Courage, dear heart." And that is exactly what we need when facing people who may not have our best interests at heart. We must have the courage to discern, to set boundaries, and to walk away when necessary. Today, let's explore 5 warning signs that someone may have bad intentions toward you. Knowing these signs will not only protect you, but also help you navigate relationships with wisdom and strength. 1. They manipulate your emotions. One of the first signs that someone has bad intentions is emotional manipulation. Have you ever felt guilty for something that wasn't your fault? Have you ever been made to feel responsible for someone else's happiness, failures, or choices? If so, you may be dealing with an emotional manipulator. C.S. Lewis reminds us, the truth is, of course, that what one regards as interruptions are precisely one's real life. Emotional manipulators try to interrupt your peace, making you question your own feelings and judgments. They use guilt, shame, or even excessive flattery to control you. They twist reality so that you start believing that you are the problem, when, in reality, they are pulling the strings. Take Joseph from the Bible as an example. His brothers were jealous of him, but instead of dealing with their own emotions, they manipulated the situation. They sold him into slavery and lied to their father, making Joseph the victim of their insecurities. Manipulators will often project their fears and insecurities onto you, making you feel like you are the one to blame. How do you protect yourself? Pay attention to how someone makes you feel. If you constantly feel drained, confused, or guilty after being around someone, it's time to reassess that relationship. A person with good intentions will encourage you, not control you. Furthermore, manipulators often disguise their tactics as concern. They might say things like, "I just want what's best for you," while steering you toward choices that benefit them. Recognizing this behavior is key to protecting your emotional well-being. Remember, genuine love and care do not manipulate, they empower. 2. They are overly interested in your weaknesses. A true friend or loved one will celebrate your strengths and help you grow. But someone with bad intentions will focus on your weaknesses. Why? Because they see them as opportunities to exploit you. Think about how Satan tempted Jesus in the wilderness. He waited until Jesus had fasted for 40 days, at his weakest point, before offering him power, food, and a way out. This is exactly what people with bad intentions do. They look for the cracks in your armor, the places where you doubt yourself, and they use them against you. C.S. Lewis once said, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." People with bad intentions, however, will make you believe otherwise. They will remind you of your past mistakes, tell you that you are not good enough, and subtly plant seeds of doubt in your mind. In toxic relationships, these individuals will pretend to be supportive, yet every conversation with them leaves you feeling less confident. It is crucial to recognize the difference between constructive criticism and destructive belittling. Constructive criticism helps you improve. Destructive words tear you down. Protect yourself by surrounding yourself with people who uplift you. If someone constantly reminds you of your flaws rather than helping you grow, it's a sign that they do not have your best interests at heart. 3. They are only present when they need something. Have you ever had someone disappear for months, only to suddenly show up when they need a favor? They don't ask how you've been. They don't care about your struggles. They only show interest in your life when they need something from you. C.S. Lewis teaches us about the importance of genuine friendship. In The 4 Loves, he describes how true friendship is built on mutual respect and love, not convenience. A person with bad intentions, however, only sees relationships as transactions. They take but never give. Jesus, on the other hand, modeled the perfect example of selfless love. He gave without expecting anything in return. He served even when he was tired. But he also knew when to walk away from those who only sought to use him. If you notice that someone only calls when they need something, but never when you need support, take note. A person with good intentions will value you for who you are, not just what you can do for them. 4. They disrespect your boundaries. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. If someone constantly ignores or disrespects your boundaries, they do not have your best interests at heart. C.S. Lewis once said, "Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. A person with good intentions will respect your limits, even if they don't understand them. But someone with bad intentions will push, manipulate, and guilt-trip you into doing what they want." Think about Daniel in the Bible. He set clear boundaries when he refused to eat the king's food, knowing it would compromise his faith. Even when pressured, he stood firm. When you set a boundary, notice who respects it and who tries to break it. That will tell you everything you need to know about their intentions. Boundaries are not just about saying no. They are about defining what is acceptable in your relationships. A person who truly cares about you will respect your space, choices, and values. 5. They try to isolate you. A person with bad intentions will often try to isolate you from those who love and support you. Why? Because they know that when you are alone, you are easier to control. C.S. Lewis spoke about how God created us for relationships. We were never meant to walk alone. A good person will encourage you to maintain healthy relationships, while a manipulator will try to cut you off from your support system. Jezebel in the Bible was a master manipulator. She isolated King Ahab from wise counsel, leading him into destructive choices. That's what people with bad intentions do. They remove positive influences so they can have full control over your decisions. If someone is trying to isolate you, take a step back and reassess. True friends and loved ones will never ask you to cut off the people who care about you. Final thoughts. Choosing wisdom and discernment. If you recognize any of these signs in someone around you, do not ignore them. God gives us discernment for a reason. Trust your instincts, set boundaries, and walk away from relationships that drain you rather than build you up. C.S. Lewis reminds us, you can make anything by writing. Today, write a new story for yourself. One where you surround yourself with people who love, support, and uplift you. Life is too short to waste on people with bad intentions. Protect your peace, walk in wisdom, and trust that God will always lead you to the right people at the right time. And remember, you are worthy of love, respect, and genuine relationships. Never settle for less.